Welcome to another video here at Heaven's Harvest Tomato Farm. Today I am transplanting these plants that I've been allowing to pot for about a week outside into the field because I have no more room in the greenhouse for them. However, I may be making some room soon if some of these plants don't start performing, like these Arkansas Travelers. I had high hopes for them, but one of them's doing all right, but the others, they're really heavy, kind of bulky plants, and they grow kind of weird. I mean, they got suckers, but some of them aren't suckers, and then they're flowering, but they're taking forever to put on fruit, just like this Mr. Stripey over here finally started opening his flowers up. So I'm hoping that it will actually put on some fruit soon. Otherwise, I am going to rip this ginormous Mr. Stripey out of the ground if it doesn't start showing some progress, because I could plant some more hybrids like this one here. Look how big this hybrid's getting, already putting flowers out, already outperforming the Arkansas Travelers, and it was planted literally a month after. And yeah, so that's what I want in my greenhouse. I want plants that are going to produce. On a side note, this is what happens when you don't cover your hydroponics tanks. An algae bloom happened, and it consumes all the nutrients. This one I haven't covered yet, but so far there's been no algae bloom, but you know, knock on wood, it will happen. So I transferred everything out of this one into another tub I made, which I did cover because the algae will get on these plant stems and it'll transfer from one to another. I got some plants that are ready to be planted here out of the hydroponics. Like you see here, this is a nice, good, healthy root stock going on that plant. That plant's definitely ready to go into a pot. And so that's why I'm planting these outside to make room on the table. Another thing I was thinking about doing is this ginormous Sweet Cherry 100 plant up here. You can see there's thousands of flowers on this thing. There's fruit hanging down over my head. I'm looking straight up at it. And I don't know if I want to let this thing go all the way across and then basically block out my early girl over there, and also these bigger varieties, which are also coming up over the edge and about to make their way overhead. So I may get up there and start cutting off some of the scions of the suckers on this plant to keep them from growing out any further this direction, and also force the plant to go more into fruit production. But even though it is growing like insanely crazy, it is also putting fruit on at the same time, insanely crazy. I mean, just everywhere you look, there are flowers that are also putting on fruit, and they're going to be a good size too. I thought they might be quite a bit smaller due to the fact that the plant is so large and has so many suckers on it now. But it appears that the fruits are, once they mature, will be just about the same size as the ones down here that I've been harvesting. And then there's George there, George the spider. He's just been hanging out. See, you can get a close-up on him. Hi, George. He's just waiting for some food. Anywho, I'm gonna get back to work now. Everyone have a blessed day. Oh yeah, one other thing I did is I set up an area over here on this table for ripening the tomatoes that I pick. And I got a solar powered fan over here that just basically puts some airflow on it so they don't get too hot when the sun starts shining. Even though there is a fan blowing, but that's not blowing kind of directly on them to get heat out of this kind of tub area here. So I'm gonna see how this works out. Got some pretty good looking tomatoes in here. This one right here is a mutant tomato. Looks like twins. It's like two tomatoes, Siamese twins put together. But it looks good. I mean, they're still cracked. It's still a good tomato. Maybe I can get double the price for that one. Double the tomato, double the price, right? Anyway, everybody have a blessed day. And until next time, God is good.